안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 유진입니다.
What day is it? All right, now we're continuing on with our series with who else?
류지.
And both of you don't like that name, right?
It's very hard to pronounce, but I like it because it sounds special.
Special.
Wow.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Sounds unique would be a better expression.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Ryuji has been jailed and he's just waiting and waiting and waiting, and his ongoing conversation with Hyungsa, the detective, is continuing on today. Now, so far we went over the native Korean numbers. Let's go over numbers 1 through 5 for a quick review.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯.
And these are used when you're counting something sequentially. 1, 2, 3, when you're counting people in a party, when you're counting how many drinks you want at a restaurant, or just whenever you count one more number ahead as an age as well. Next year, 1, next year, 2, next year, 3. But now we're going over the Sino-Korean numbers. Now these numbers are numbers that are influenced by China. And these are far more frequently in use than the native Korean numbers, right? So what do we use the Sino-Korean numbers for?
Dates, money, price, a lot of things.
Yeah, and you also use it for age as well. As we mentioned in our last lesson, once you get to age maybe around 40 or 50, you start using the Sino-Korean numbers. And this goes for everybody. So today, we're talking about the Sino-Korean numbers. So in what context are we going to be using the Sino-Korean numbers?
날짜.
Dates. All right. So, Eugene, can you please set up today's conversation for us?
They are talking about their birthday.
Well, that's a date as well. All right. So, Ryuji is going to be using standard politeness level, and Hyungsa, the detective, will be using intimate politeness level because why?
Because detective is the person who has the authority.
Yeah, he has power in the relationship and he doesn't really have to. All right, so let's listen in.
오늘은 며칠이에요?
오늘 3월 4일,
제가 언제
2월 6일. 유지, 너는 생일 언제냐?
6월 20일이에요.
한 번 더 천천히.
오늘은 며칠이에요?
오늘 3월 4일.
제가 언제
2월 6일. 류지, 너는 생일 언제냐?
6월 20일이에요.
영어로 한 번 더.
오늘은 며칠이에요?
What day is today?
오늘 3월 4일.
Today is March 4th.
제가 언제
When did I...
2월 6일.
February 6th.
류지, 너는 생일 언제냐?
Ryuji, when's your birthday?
6월 20일이에요.
It's June 20th. Okay, 설씨 어땠어요? How was it?
Ryuji seems to be not okay. He doesn't know when he entered to the jail.
Yeah, he's talking about how long he's been there.
Poor Ryuji.
Well, he's a bad guy, okay? He's a bad guy. He did something wrong. That's why he's in jail.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, in today's conversation, we use the Sino-Korean numbers to refer to dates, and that's birthdays as well. So, to get started, let's go over the Sino-Korean numbers 1 through 12. First is
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10,
11,
11,
12,
12. All right, our next vocabulary word is
월,
month.
월,
Next is
일,
day.
일,
And now we have
생일,
birthday.
생일,
And lastly, we have
언제,
when.
언제,
All right, now let's go over these Sino-Korean numbers in a little more detail. Can we have 1 through 10 again really quickly?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so 10 is ship. Now, if you want to say 11, what is that?
11,
That's literally 10, 1. Very easy. 12,
12,
10, 2. 13,
13,
10, 3. Very simple. Now, if you want to go to 20, what do you say?
20,
Now that's 2, 10. 2, 10, 20. Very simple. What's 21?
21,
2, 10, 1. 21. 22 is
22,
2, 10, 2. Hopefully you get the picture. These are some very logical numbers. Okay, now since we're talking about dates, let's go till 31. What's 28?
28,
2, 10, 8. 28. What's 29?
29,
2, 10, 9. 29. And 30 is
30,
3, 10, 30. Notice how 2, 10, 20 changes to 3, 10, 30. And 31 is
31,
3, 10, 1, 31. All right, now that we have until 31, you can go through all the dates. The Korean system is very, very simple, isn't it?
It's a lot easier than English when it comes to numbers.
Am I sensing a little animosity towards English? Like, English. Well, yeah, English you have to memorize each of the months. January, February, March, and you gotta memorize all of these. But in Korean, all you gotta know is the numbers and then 월, month. And then you got the month. So let's go over it really quickly in the dialogue. Okay, the first line we have is,
오늘은 며칠이에요?
first word is
오늘,
today,
은,
followed by the topic marking particle.
며칠,
What day
이에요?
is. Literally, today, what day is. What's is again?
이에요?
Now, this is in the standard politeness level. So, how do you ask what the date is?
며칠이에요?
What date is? What's the date? All right, next line we have.
오늘은 3월 4일이야.
Okay, let's break that down real quick.
오늘,
Today, followed by
은,
topic marking particle.
3월,
Literally, 3 month. And next is
4일,
literally 4 day
이야.
is. Now, this is in the intimate politeness level. All right, so let's talk about how to make dates in Korean. Yujin, can you please explain how to say dates in Korean?
You put number, month, and number, date. This is what Koreans usually say in date.
Yeah, so it's very simple. All you got to know is numbers 1 through 12 to say the month, and then numbers 1 through 31 to say the date. And as we said, the Sino-Korean numbers are very easy. They're very logical. So remember those numbers, and then the word for month, and then the word for date. All right, so how do we say January 1st?
1월 1일,
Okay, let's break that down really quick.
1,
1
월,
month,
1,
1
1.
day. So 1 month, 1 day, January 1st. All right, how do we say November 16th?
I know the answer.
Oh, really?
11월 16일.
Okay, let's go over that real quick.
11월
11 month, November
16,
16
1,
day, 16 day, the 16th. So November, 11 month, 16th day, 11/16. All right, so to have a real quick review, to do it really quickly, let's go over January through December. January,
1월,
February,
2월,
March,
3월,
April,
4월,
May,
5월,
June,
6월,
July,
7월,
August,
8월,
September,
9월,
October,
10월,
November,
11월,
December.
12월.
I was having a little trouble like remembering. Well, that's why Korean is so easy. You just have to know the numbers and you say the dates. But even me, I had to think about it.
But listeners might find that there was a little bit of difference.
Yeah, and that's one thing we want to address. What's the number 6?
6,
And what's June?
6월,
Yeah, it's a slight difference. It changes slightly in pronunciation. And there's also one more exception. What's 10?
10,
And what's October?
10월.
And these are the only two exceptions that you really have to remember. All right. Now, we're not going over the dates 1 through 31.
No.
But yeah, these are fairly simple to figure out. So we're not going over all of the numbers, but let's go over the dates 11th to 20th. 11th is,
11일,
12th is,
12일,
13th,
13일,
14th,
14일,
15th,
15일,
16th,
16일,
17th,
17일,
18th,
18일,
19th,
19일,
20th.
20일.
All right. Remember to practice your numbers and then you got the whole calendar down. All right. So let's finish up this conversation really quick. Our next line we have is,
제가 여기 언제
okay, let's break it down.
제
I followed by
가
subject marking particle.
여기
Here,
언제
when. I, here, when. Sounds like he doesn't have a lot of energy. All right. And here we can infer from context. Here, when did I come here? All right. Next we have.
1월, 아니, 2월 6일.
Okay. First we have
1,
1
월,
month, January.
아니,
No.
2,
2
월,
month, February.
6,
6
1.
day, 6th, February 6th. But here, there's something we should point out. What's number 1 again?
1,
And what's 2?
2,
And these are fairly close in pronunciation. So a lot of Koreans tend to get these mixed up themselves.
like this detective did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of times, if you're giving your phone number over to somebody, you'll have to clarify and speak slowly. 1 and 2. And 3 and 4 also. What's 3 and 4?
3,
3,
4.
4. And you have to clarify sometimes if you speak a little fast. But yeah, if you're careful with your pronunciations, you'll be okay. All right. Our next line is,
류지, 너는 생일 언제냐?
okay, first we have
류지,
Ryuji followed by
너,
you. And this is in the intimate politeness level. Followed by
는,
topic marking particle,
생일,
birthday,
언제냐?
when is. Now, the grammar in this sentence is a little too much to go over, but let's go over how to ask when your birthday is.
생일이 언제예요?
Birthday, when is. Just reverse the order. When is your birthday? All right. 유진 씨 생일이 언제예요?
말하면 놀라실 거예요. You'll be surprised. 9월 11일이에요.
Oh, wow.
아,
Don't be
911.
surprised.
9/11. Okay. Well, 설의 생일은 언제예요?
12월 13일이에요.
December 13th.
Wow. So you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, I'll expect something from you.
Why don't you ask me? You don't want to buy me a birthday present?
생일이 언제예요?
Well, you're not really interested, right?
생일이 언제예요?
물어보려고 했어요.
6월 16일,
아.
지났다.
그러게. 아쉽다.
June 16th. All right, so let's finish it up really quick. Our last line is
6월 20일이에요.
June 20th. And yeah, his birthday's pretty close to mine, huh?
That's why you wrote this, right?
No. All right, so I think we're done with our lesson. How did you feel?
So now we know how to read calendars. And now we remember your birthday. 6월 16일.
June 16th, remember the date. And Eugene, your birthday is very easy to remember.
Yes, please remember my birthday.
All right, well, that's going to do it for today. Remember to stop by KoreanClass101.com. Check out the PDF. We have a detailed write-up of all of these numbers. We're going to help you out with all of these numbers. We're going to write them all out for you. Okay, that's going to do it. See you later.
안녕.
안녕.
오늘은 며칠이에요?
오늘 3월 4일,
제가 언제
2월 6일. 류지, 너는 생일 언제냐?
6월 20일이에요.
안녕하세요. 윤설입니다.
안녕하세요. 유진입니다.
Hey, everybody, Keith here. What time is it?
It's a quite plain title.
Yeah, I ran out of ideas.
Well, it's very important, guys.
If you don't like the titles, why don't you write some scripts yourself?
Okay. I'll do my best so I can come up with a very, very good idea.
Please do.
Okay.
Please take some of the work off my back, okay?
Okay.
Wow.
All right, so today we're continuing on with Ryuji and the detective, Hyungsa. So we've talked about the date, we've talked about birthdays, we've talked about age, we've talked about cockroaches.
I remember the cockroach thing. I didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I bet Ryuji didn't like it much either. All right, so now today we're talking about time. Now, time in Korean is, as you may have guessed, requires numbers. But here in Korean, we need both the native Korean numbers and the Sino-Korean numbers. So we're going to tackle that topic today. So, Seo, can you introduce today's conversation for us?
Ryuji and Hyungsa are talking about time because Ryuji is very hungry. He thinks that he should eat his lunch now. So he's asking time to Hyungsa.
Yeah, because he's hungry and he wants to eat. It's kind of like you asking me, hey,
Yeah.
let's go, let's finish, let's eat.
It's time to go home.
It's time to go home. Well, Ryuji cannot go home.
Yeah.
All right, so again, Ryuji is using standard politeness level and Hyungsa, the detective, is using intimate politeness level. All right, so let's listen in.
아, 배고파. 형사님, 지금 몇 시예요?
지금은 12시 5분,
지금은 몇 시예요?
12시 10분,
지금은요?
12시 13분.
아, 배고파.
So, how did you feel about the conversation?
You know what? Ryuji keeps asking time within like 10 minutes and he's asking time more than 3 times. Oh, I feel sorry for him.
Well, this guy's got to eat. Well, let's talk about jail a little bit.
Wait a minute. I don't know anything about jail. You have an experience, right?
Wow.
No?
Just kidding.
So, in the movies, because that's all we can base our information on, right? In Korean movies, unless you guys have your own experiences, no?
No, never.
Okay. So, in prison, what do they eat?
I don't know, but according to movies, they eat just usual meals.
So, it's not like they get any worse food?
Not really these days.
So how was your experience in
I
United
don't
States?
have any experience. I don't have any experience. But
Okay.
in America, I hear that, you just get a bologna sandwich. That's it.
Oh.
That's it?
Yeah. Or something really, really simple and really cheap.
Mm.
I feel sorry for them.
But Korean prisoners are treated really well then, huh?
Well, that's a different story, but I think when it comes to meal, Korean prisoners are better.
Well, enough about food. Let's talk about the time because we're running out of it. So the first word we have is
님,
honorific suffix.
님,
Next we have
시,
hour.
시,
Next is
분,
minute.
분,
Next,
지금,
now.
지금, 지금.
Now, let's talk about 님 a little bit. We had an honorific suffix, 시. What's the difference between these two? 님 usually attaches to titles, don't they?
Right, like 선생님,
Teacher,
교수님,
professor,
부모님.
parents. So this is usually used with titles, not used with names very often. All right, so now as today's lesson is about time, we'll go over it in the conversation. So let's break it down real quick. The first line we have is,
아, 배고파.
oh, I'm hungry.
형사님,
Let's break that down.
형사,
Detective,
님.
honorific suffix. So if you just say 형사, that's calling him. You don't have to say their name. You can just say their title. So here he says detective, and then he adds 님, the honorific suffix. Because why? He's hungry. That's why. So he wants to be polite when he's hungry, right? So next we have,
지금 몇 시예요?
okay, let's break that down real quick.
지금
Now,
몇
how many
시예요?
hour is standard politeness level. Now, this is the standard way. This is like a fixed phrase to ask what the time is. So let's have that phrase again.
몇 시예요?
How many hour is literally, but what time is it? Next is,
지금은 12시 5분.
okay, let's break that down real quick.
지금은
Now, topic marking particle,
12시
12 o'clock,
5분.
12:05. Now, let's break down time a little bit. Our native Korean numbers, let's have a quick review. 1 through 12.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열둘.
1 through 12. Now, if we want to say the hour, we just add she to those numbers. But the thing is, numbers 1 through 4 change slightly in pronunciation. Let's go over 1 o'clock.
1시,
1 hour. She is hour. So 1 hour. What's 1?
하나,
But it changes to,
한,
and then we add
시,
1 hour, 1 o'clock. 2 is,
둘,
and now we have 2 o'clock.
2시,
Changes slightly in pronunciation. Next we have 3 o'clock.
3시,
Next we have 3.
셋,
And with the change, it's,
3시,
okay, now we have 4.
넷,
And now when we add hour,
4시.
okay, so we just have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then add she, and you get the hour. Okay, so let's go over the rest of the hours really quickly. 5 o'clock is,
5시,
there's no change in pronunciation, just the number and she. Remember, we're using the native Korean numbers. Next we have 6 o'clock,
6시,
7 o'clock,
7시,
8 o'clock,
8시,
9 o'clock,
9시,
10 o'clock,
10시,
11 o'clock.
11시,
Now remember over here, 11 is,
11,
but it changes because hana, 1, is the last thing that she, our, attaches to. So it changes to,
11시,
and 12 o'clock changes as well because 둘, 2, is what she attaches to. So the number is,
12시.
all right, and now let's go over minutes really quickly. You just need the Sino-Korean numbers and you add pun. That part's the simple part. Just any number 1 through 60, pun. So let's go over a few numbers, a few key minutes on the clock. 10 minutes,
10분,
15 minutes,
15분,
30 minutes,
30분,
45 minutes,
45분,
Okay, so those are all the numbers, and then 분. There's no pronunciation changes there. So when we want to say the time, we say native Korean number, 시, hour, Sino-Korean number, 분, minute. So let's have a couple examples really quickly. 12:01,
12시 1분,
1:15,
1시 15분,
2:30,
2시 30분,
3:45.
3시 45분.
Okay, so this is going to take a little getting used to. Remember, native Korean numbers for the hour, Sino-Korean numbers for the minutes. All right, so let's finish up really quickly. Next line we have is
몇 시예요?
our fixed phrase, what time is it? And now we have
12시 10분,
12 hour 10 minute, 12:10. Next is
몇 시예요?
hungry, what time is it? And now we have
12시 13분,
an angry 12 hour 13 minute, 12:13. Finally we have
아, 배고파.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry too. Let's wrap this up. All right, that's going to do it. See you later.
나중에 봐요.
다음 시간에 만나요.
아, 배고파. 형사님, 지금 몇 시예요?
지금은 12시 5분.
지금은 몇 시예요?
12시 10분.
지금은요?
12시 13분.
아, 배고파.
안녕하세요. 윤설입니다.
Keith here. What day is it? So, what day is it today?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So you can
Well, we're not learning English here. We're learning Korean.
월요일, 화요일.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
It's okay. I'm not sure either. That's why I asked. What's your favorite day?
금요일.
Friday. Why?
Cause we have 토요일 and 일요일.
Party. Big party on the weekends.
And we can rest. Yeah.
And party.
We can
Woo!
rest. We can watch TV doing nothing.
And party.
Yes, and party.
All right. Well, today, as you can tell, we're talking about the days of the week. And that's very essential to any language that you learn. And that's why we're sticking this into newbie. We're going to give you the days of the week today. All right. So to continue on with our story with Ryuji and Hyungsa, the detective, what's going on today?
형사 is asking Ryuji the day, what day it is. And Ryuji does not know the answer like us because he's been in jail for so long. Poor Ryuji.
Poor Seol. You've been working here too long.
Yeah, I know.
And you don't know what the day is. Just like Ryuji.
Yeah. So I'm like Ryuji?
A prisoner here at K-Class 101.
Okay.
Well, you like being a prisoner here, right?
Sure.
All right. So before we jump in, we're going to take something that Austin, one of our listeners, suggested and give you something to listen for. So this is going to be active listening, not just passive listening. So please watch out. What should the listeners listen for in today's lesson?
You should catch 요일 here.
And this is roughly equivalent to day. What we mean by that is when we say day in English, when we say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that ending, that day, the same goes for Korean. How do you say that again?
요일.
And that's that day at the end. Monday, Tuesday. And watch out for the changes in the beginning. All right, so with that said, let's listen in.
오늘이 무슨 날인 줄 알아?
일요일이요.
아니야.
월요일,
아니.
화요일,
아니.
수요일, 금요일, 토요일. 아, 무슨 요일이에요?
목요일이야. 유지, 오늘 네 생일이야.
한 번 더 천천히.
오늘이 무슨 날인지 알아?
일요일이요.
아니야.
월요일,
아니,
화요일,
아니,
수요일, 금요일, 토요일. 아, 무슨 요일이에요?
목요일이야. 류지, 오늘 네 생일이야.
영어로 한 번 더.
오늘이 무슨 날인 줄 알아?
Do you know what day it is today?
일요일이요.
Sunday.
아니야.
No?
월요일,
Monday?
아니,
No?
화요일,
Tuesday?
아니,
No?
수요일, 금요일, 토요일. 아, 무슨 요일이에요?
Wednesday? Friday? Saturday? Oh, what day is it?
목요일이야. 유지, 오늘 네 생일이야.
It's Thursday. Ryuji, today, it's your birthday. So, today is Ryuji's birthday, huh?
We have to throw a party for him.
Okay.
Not really? Okay.
An online K class party?
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do that, but yeah, it's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Ryuji.
All right, so everybody post a comment and say happy birthday to Ryuji if you like. All right. And according to our previous lesson, his birthday is June 20th. So just for a quick review, how do we say that in Korean?
6월 20일.
Right. But yu is typically yuk, but it changes to
유.
when you add 월, month to it at the end. So one more time.
6월 20일.
June 20th. Okay? So let's go into today's vocabulary. Okay? And I hope that active listening activity worked out for you guys. Please post a comment. Let us know if it helped you out or not. Yeah. Give us any feedback and we'll try to accommodate you guys as much as possible. All right, so let's move into the vocab. The first word we have is
월요일.
Monday.
월요일. 월요일.
Next is
화요일.
Tuesday.
화요일. 화요일.
Next,
수요일.
Wednesday.
수요일. 수요일.
Next we have
목요일.
Thursday.
목요일. 목요일.
And next,
금요일.
Friday.
금요일. 금요일.
After that,
토요일.
Saturday.
토요일. 토요일.
And next we have
일요일.
Sunday.
일요일. 일요일.
And next we have
알아.
no.
알아. 알아.
Next we have
몰라.
not know.
몰라. 몰라.
And finally, we finish off with the phrase,
무슨 요일이에요?
what day is it?
무슨 요일이에요? 무슨 요일이에요?
All right, so let's talk about these vocabulary words in a little bit more detail. As we went over the days of the week, if you notice, they all end the same, as we mentioned at the beginning of this podcast. So the first word, the ending is,
요일. 요일.
and the only thing that changes is the first syllable. So there's 3 syllables. The last 2 stay the same, and the first one changes, just like in English. Monday, Tuesday. The first part changes, the second part stays the same. So the only thing that you have to remember is the first part and then add 요일 after that. And there you go, you got the day. So let's go over the 7 days of the week. Just the first syllable, starting from Monday to Sunday.
월, 화, 수, 목, 금, 토, 일.
요일.
요일.
You gotta add that part too, right? Well, actually, you don't really have to a lot of times, right? A lot of times, people just say 월, 화, 수.
When people ask, which days I'm coming here, I say 월, 금, 요일. No, I don't think I put 요일. Yeah, you're right.
So you just say welcome,
Mm,
just the first syllable. So actually, that's the most important part to remember
right.
because a lot of times people will just say, oh, so what days do you go to work? What days do you go to school? And then if it's a number of days throughout the week, you just say the first syllable. So what days of the week do you go to school?
월, 화, 수, 목, 금.
That's a little fast for our listeners.
Okay. 월, 화, 수, 목, 금.
Monday through Friday.
Yes.
So what days of the week do you work out?
월, 수, 금.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yes.
And you don't have to add that 요일 at the end, right?
No, people understand.
Yeah. So basically, when you say the day of the week, you say the full 3 syllables. But if you're just giving days of the week that you're doing something, you just say the first syllable, people understand.
So, Keith, what day of the week are you having a party?
월, 화, 수, 목, 금, 토, 일. Every day.
Ah, I envy you.
Nah, just kidding. Not partying every day. But yeah, the first syllables are the most important to remember. And then you just add 요일 at the end to say the day. Very simple. All right. Now let's go over the other words. The word to know, what was that?
알아.
Now this is in the intimate politeness level. So once again, you use this with people that you are familiar with, don't feel the need to respect. But if you do feel the need to respect someone, the way you make it into the standard politeness level, you just add.
요. 알아요.
Very simple. So the same goes for 몰라. That's don't know in the intimate politeness level. And now to make it a little more polite,
몰라요.
same thing, very simple. Now, these are not conjugations of each other. These are just 2 different words. In English, you say, I know or I don't know. But in Korean, there's 2 separate words for these 2 separate occasions. All right, so let's go into this conversation and just break it down really quickly. We're going to give you all the things that you need and just not go into too much detail with the things that are a little past this level. All right, so the first line we have is,
오늘 무슨 날인지 알아?
this is one of those things that are beyond the scope of this lesson. So the translation is, do you know what day it is? All right, next we have
일요일요.
Sunday. Okay, let's take a look at this really quickly. What's Sunday again?
일요일.
And then at the end, he adds,
요.
so that's to make it polite. So a lot of things in Korean, you could just add 요 at the end and it becomes polite. So remember to watch out for that 요. You'll be able to hear if people are being polite to you or not being polite to you. All right, the next line we have is
아니,
no in the intimate politeness level.
월요일.
Monday. Now there's that rising intonation. It's just one word, a noun, but it's a question, just like in English. Monday? 월요일? That rising intonation. Okay, next is
아니,
no in the intimate politeness level.
화요일.
Tuesday? Rising intonation, question.
수요일. 금요일. 토요일.
Wednesday, Friday, Saturday? It's just asking these questions. Rising intonation, rising intonation, rising intonation. And now we have?
아, 무슨 요일이에요?
All right. And that's how you ask, what day is it? And you're asking for the day of the week. Can you break that down really quickly?
무슨 요일이에요?
This is very useful for everyday life with Koreans. What day of the week is it? All right. Now our last line we have?
목요일이야.
Thursday is. Let's break that down really quick.
목요일.
Thursday followed by
이야.
is in the intimate politeness level. So you can use this when you want to say any day of the week. Just say the day, 일요일, 월요일, 화요일, and then you add is, 이에요, or 이야. All right, now our last line is?
류지, 오늘 네 생일이야.
Okay, let's break that down.
오늘
Today,
네.
your. Now this is a little bit beyond newbie, not too much beyond the scope of newbie, but it means your in the intimate politeness level. There's a little bit of abbreviation, but 니 is your in the intimate politeness level. And now we have
생일.
birthday
이야.
is. just like the days, Monday is, birthday is. And that's a statement. All right, so big twist, huh? It's his birthday.
Yeah. When is your birthday?
6월 16일.
몇 요일이에요?
그건 모르죠. I don't know. I don't know what day of the week it is.
The reason I asked the question is because my birthday is 13th and sometimes it's Friday.
Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Well, isn't that an American thing?
It is, but because I watched too many like horror movies. And this year, luckily, my birthday is Thursday, not Friday.
So next year it will be Friday, right?
Yeah. What was the guy's name of the movie?
Freddy Krueger.
Yes, I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid of him coming to my place.
Don't worry, it's Thursday the 13th.
Okay.
Next year you'll have to
Friday.
I think it's next year, right?
Yes, it's next year.
Friday the 13th. Unless you get lucky, it's a leap year.
I don't think there's a leap.
Oh, okay.
So next year it's going to be Friday 13th.
And well, sweet dreams.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, that's going to do it for today. See ya.
Bye bye.
오늘이 무슨 날인 줄 알아?
일요일이요.
아니야.
월요일,
아니.
화요일,
아니.
수요일, 금요일, 토요일. 아, 무슨 요일이에요?
목요일이야. 유지. 오늘 네 생일이야.
안녕하세요. 윤설입니다.
Keith here. A present. So you got a present for me?
No.
Why not?
Why? Why do I have to have a present for you?
Because you want to.
No. I'm the one who want to receive it.
But I want to receive a present too.
Present for nothing? Make an excuse.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking, and nothing's coming to mind. So
No present.
No present. Let's move on. All right. So as today's title suggests, yeah, we're talking about presents, and today is going to be a vocabulary lesson. We have a couple of new vocabulary words that we want to introduce to you today, and as you can tell, today's lesson is about a present. But actually, today's lesson is a review lesson. We're just going to give you a couple of new vocabulary words and go over a few things that we went over in our previous lessons, just to keep things fresh in your head. All right, so the things to watch out for in today's lesson is 뭐뭐, something something, 있어, to have, and something something, 뭐예요, what is it? Watch out for these two grammatical structures. It's going to be a review lesson, so it shouldn't be too difficult to pick up. All right, with that said, what's going on in today's conversation?
형사, the detective prepared a present for Ryuji, the birthday present.
But it's something special.
Yes, it's really special.
All right, so with that said, let's get into the conversation.
생일 선물이 있어.
선물 언제 샀어요?
어제.
선물은 뭐예요?
여기서 꺼내줄게.
네? 진짜요? 언제요?
내일. 근데 너 돈 있어?
네.
한 번 더 천천히.
생일 선물이 있어.
선물 언제 샀어요?
어제.
선물은 뭐예요?
여기서 꺼내줄게.
네. 진짜요? 언제요?
내일. 근데 너 돈 있어?
네.
영어로 한 번 더.
생일 선물이 있어.
I have a birthday present for you.
선물 언제 샀어요?
A present? When did you buy it?
어? 어제.
What? Oh, yesterday.
선물은 뭐예요?
What's the present?
여기서 꺼내줄게.
I'll get you out of here.
네? 진짜요? 언제요?
What? Really? When?
내일. 근데 너 돈 있어?
Tomorrow. By the way, do you have any money?
네.
What? Okay, so what'd you think?
I'm happy for Yuji because he's going out, but I'm wondering why the detective asking Yuji whether he has money or not. I feel like there's something more.
There's something going on. Something
Oh,
strange.
Okay.
Well, as we said in our previous lessons, the listeners are going to have to stick around to find out.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on to the vocabulary. The first word we have is
선물,
present.
선물, 선물.
Next we have
언제,
when.
언제, 언제.
And now we have
어제,
yesterday.
어제, 어제.
And now we have
내일,
tomorrow.
내일, 내일.
And finally we have
돈,
money.
돈.
All right, so with these vocabulary words, let's go into a little more detail. We had yesterday and tomorrow. So let's go over yesterday, today, and tomorrow. What's yesterday?
어제,
Today,
오늘,
tomorrow.
내일.
And as today is a review lesson, we're going to go over the conversation line by line and break it down for you. First, we have,
생일 선물이 있어.
hey, let's go over that first syllable. What's that?
음,
Now, what is that?
I'm thinking, well,
Yeah, it's a sound that Koreans make when they think. In English, we say, well,
yeah, that kind of thing.
yeah, it's similar. So that's one of those sounds that Koreans make when they're thinking. All right, next we have.
생일 선물이 있어.
All right, let's break it down real quick.
생일,
Birthday,
선물,
present. Now, same thing in English. Birthday, present. Korean.
생일 선물.
And now we have
이,
subject marking particle,
있어.
to have. I have a birthday present. Now here we don't actually have I, 저, or 나, but here we can easily infer that the detective is saying I have a birthday present. All right, next we have
선물?
present, rising intonation.
언제 샀어요?
Okay, first word we have is
언제
when
샀어요?
bought. Now, this is to buy in the past tense, but this is maybe a little bit beyond newbie, but this is a very useful phrase. So, when bought. Now, this 언제, this is a question word. When, used pretty much in the same context as in English. So, let's go over a couple of examples where you can use this word, when. We agreed to meet on Monday, 월요일. But later on in the week, we call each other and say, 월요일, 언제? Monday, when? What time Monday? And it's referring to the time to be more specific. And my birthday is in June, 6월. So,
6월 언제?
June when? What day in June to be more specific? So, this is used pretty much in the same context as it is in English. All right, and now we have,
어제.
and as you can guess, it's one of those sounds that Koreans make when they're thinking. We're going to go over a couple of sounds that are used in Korean when showing your feelings or what you're thinking. So that's in the next line. The first part we have is that's surprise. And in English, we say, huh? Or, oh. Yeah, that's the Korean version. And next we have thinking, as you can guess. And that's pretty much the same as in English. And I think that's pretty universal, maybe. Okay, and now we have
어제
yesterday. All right, next we have
선물은 뭐예요?
This should be fairly familiar. We went over this in one of our previous lessons, but let's break it down real quick.
선물,
Present,
은,
topic marking particle.
뭐예요?
What is? What's the present? And remember, you can use this to say something what is. All right, now we have.
여기서 꺼내줄게.
Now, this is a little bit beyond the scope of today's lesson, so we're just going to give you the translation. I'm going to let you go.
Wow, thank you.
You're not the one in jail. Kind of.
Kind of.
That's not nice. All right, now we have.
네?
What?
진짜예요?
Really?
언제요?
When? Okay, let's break these down real quick. First, we have
진짜.
really followed by
에요?
is. Really is? Really? And now we have
언제?
when followed by,
요?
and as we went over, that's the politeness particle. It just makes what he says polite. He can easily say 언제, when, but if you're saying 언제요, you're being polite. All right, now let's finish this up real quick.
내일.
Tomorrow.
근데
But,
너 돈 있어?
and that's the clincher. All right, first we have
너
you,
돈
money,
있어?
exist or have. So you, money, have. Do you have money? And again, this should be fairly familiar because this is a review from one of our previous lessons. So something 있어, do you have? Or something 있어, dropping intonation, to have. And remember, this is in the intimate politeness level. So if you want to make it polite, just add.
요.
Yep, very simple. All right. So 설씨 돈 있어요?
네, 돈 있어요.
Really?
Yeah.
You got money?
Yeah, you want some?
Yeah, I want some.
But I don't want to give it. No, kidding. 키스, 자동차 있어?
Keith, car exist or car have? 자동차 없어요.
자동차 없어요?
So car not have. And that's the word to not have. 없어. And once again, to make it polite, 없어요. And I was polite, so was not.
Because you don't have a car.
You're funny. All right. That's going to do it for today's lesson. Please leave us a comment. Let us know if these review lessons are useful to you or not. If you think we can do without these, let us know, and then we'll adjust our lessons accordingly. All right. That's going to do it. See you later.
다음에 봐요.
생일 선물이 있어.
선물? 언제 샀어요?
어제.
선물은 뭐예요?
여기서 꺼내줄게.
네? 진짜요? 언제요?
내일. 근데 너 돈 있어?
네.